Good morning. Saturday, December 23rd. A downright springy 27 degrees outside. We had some snow last night. It was 50 yesterday. It's been like 45, 50 the last 2 or 3 days. And we are out once again in the Groove Machine Dome about 8:40 a.m. according to the clock in here, and 56.1 degrees. And not a lot to discuss. Finished getting that wall insulated. Did some extra with the windows and put some cardboard up just to kind of hold everything steady for now. Needed a little bit more. What's in the windows, we'll finish that cavity. Come spring, I will finish framing this wall and we'll get that insulated as well. We are out here today to look at a couple of things that have been added, and the project for the day is going to be kind of getting in here and trying to organize this a little bit better, because I'd like to get my guitar cases out of there and into here. May end up getting to that bathtub sooner than I wanted, but we'll see. A couple of things. This mixer here that I've had for a million billion years had some very dirty sliders on them, and I got those cleaned up. Dug my little travel mixer out of my bag, gave it a little bit of a once over. The Music Man bass, I don't remember if that made it in a video or not, but it is gone. Made it to band practice the other night, and those strings are bad. Got me some good blisters started. Didn't quite get to poppable blisters, but they were pretty bad. This works really good for contact cleaning. Would recommend, if you're going to use it, get you some contact lubricant afterwards, because it does dry them out a little bit. Not terrible, but not great, so keep an eye on them. Do not use regular WD-40. Do not use anything like 3-in-1 oil on your sliders. Terrible idea. It's great for like 10 minutes, and then every bit of dirt in the room gets sucked into them like it's a black grand piano. I picked this little guy up because I needed some extra outlets, and I was working on a guitar over here, which is right there, and it didn't have a whole lot of light, so I got looking for a little LED work light kind of thing. Didn't find anything I was really in love with, but I saw this, so I just got it hooked up. 3 outlets, a USB-C and a A. We'll talk about this thing in a minute, but it's got a light on the bottom of it. Now the light ain't great, but I think it'll be better than not having the light. I mean, it lights up the workbench fine. The problem was that light is behind me, so if I'm sitting doing this, I'm blocking the light. That is replacing this light that I picked up before I found the other one. This is just an LED and like a fluorescent kind of fixture. And this light is great. Very bright, very white light. It's longer, it covers more. However, the way it mounts, it has to hang, so I kind of fastened it to this board, and it hung down to here and was kind of in the way, and it doesn't have a switch. And I had to plug it in way back there. So you had to crawl down, plug it, unplug it, plug it, unplug it. So, while this light itself is not as good, I think just for overall use, it will be better. I don't have a lot I need to plug in anymore when I work on stuff, because all my tools are battery powered. My soldering iron should be in one of those. It's battery powered. Might not be bad to have a little amp just sitting off in the corner, but that wouldn't need to be plugged in up there. Anyway, so this showed up. Other thing I got was this. It's a new tripod thing, because I was out trying to make some videos the other day. That is very stiff, which is good, and just wasn't working excuse me, the way I wanted it to. So it's kind of a handheld combo thing, built in to hold a phone, or you take this thing off and it'll hold a camera. I've been kind of looking for a different camera because I really don't like my little zoom camera. This guy right here. The Q2N, this is the second one I had. The first one refused to charge, so it was replaced under warranty. The microphones on it are pretty good. The camera itself is okay. Doesn't take really great video, I don't think, but my lighting's usually terrible, so we'll see. But it'll run on 2 AA's, but it eats them like they're candy. It really needed its own proprietary battery. You can power it via USB right there, but my old one broke because I was powering it via USB, and the weight of the cable, the weight of the USB cable broke it. So that ain't great. The other not great thing is you have to get under it to change the battery and replace the SD card. So if it's on a stand, you have to take it off the stand to do all that. And it needs a pretty high-speed SD card to do any of the 1080 video, which you can get at 29 frames. 29 or 24, I don't remember. It's fine, it ain't great. But I needed something a little better, so it'll go on there. Excuse me. I do have a ring light here that I picked up at a thrift store for like $3. And I think that's a 1/4 inch. So I might even have. I know I bought some all thread for something. It was that mixer stand. But I think I've got some more all thread that'll fit in that might fit on the camera. I don't know where I put it. I had a box of stuff that needed to go to the shed. Might have been this box. Was it this box? All thread. You in there, buddy? So, driver extension, and the heat gun, and the socket. That's somewhere. It exists. I've seen it. I know I have. What else have we done? I picked up that parts bin. Again, as a thrift store, finding like $5. Brand new, that thing's like $30-something. Crazy. And the DeWalt version is like $50. But I was gonna bring it out and hang it on the wall like this one, but you can't hang that one on the wall. So I picked this one up. It was about $30 from good old Ace Hardware, and it's got all of my adapters and cables and this homemade 3/4 or 3.5 millimeter coupler that I built a million years ago that has worked like a champion. Only problem is I can't see what's in them all. Like RCA couplers, 1/4 inch to banana plug adapters. Got some 250Ks. 250K potentiometers. So, headphone adapters and RCA to 3/8 adapters. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and print a picture, because the way I label things, this is how this would go. This would be coupler subcategory 2 RCA-F 3.5 mm. 2 female RCAs to 1 3.5 millimeter male. This would be adapter 1/4 inch TRS 3.5 mm. 1/4 inch TRS F. I think this is it's like a 5-way. Nope, 3-way. I had a 3-way switch. So instead of doing all that, 500 Ks. Yeah. I'm just going to take a picture. Take a picture of this coupler, 2 RCA-F, 1 RCA-M. I go, what it does, if it couples or it adapts. Well, this is what it adapts from into. So I do the female first and then the male. But no, I'll take a picture and print a picture and just tape it. It's a lot easier to grab it. The Y cables, store-bought Y cables and homemade Y cables. Because I needed a male to male to male for something. I think I needed to couple it and it was easier to do it that way. I don't know. I made a lot of my own cables a long time ago. I don't do that much anymore. So yeah, that's a new thing. This is the remote for the camera stand. So that's what that do. Got an old laptop in there. Grabbed an old monitor out of storage. There's part of it. I haven't brought the monitor out here yet. But I mentioned, it's possible that I could be doing our recordings and everything else out here. I just needed to either get, I'd have to transfer from here to the house and here to the house, podcasts and stuff like that. I didn't really want to do that because I'm kind of lazy. So, dug up the laptop. It's going to come out here. I'm going to get it set up, install a couple things on it, and we'll maybe do a test or two. It's got a camera on it, so if this setup for that camera is absolutely horrible, you can try the laptop. It's got a little better camera, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, we could do. Instead of looking for that all thread to make sure it's going to work. I was missing, there's a piece that goes across the top that keeps this fixed, kind of like this one at the bottom, right there. And it was missing, so. Okay. Yeah, so I need to find that and just cut a 3-inch piece or so off of it. It'll work just fine. Got some hooks to hang coats. There's one over there by the door, and there's one right there. I got 2 because the headphone situation was getting to be all over the place. The shelf, I found the other tote. So mic cables, instrument cables, patch cables, power cables. This is USB and or camera-ish stuff. Microphones. DI box. This old dresser here belonged to my grandmother. And after she passed away, I was staying in her house for a little while. And I liked it, so I grabbed it. Now, Grandma was a sweetheart, but she had some interesting ideas about how to take care of furniture. So, you can see it was white once upon a time. She painted it brown, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't want it brown, and I don't particularly want it white. So one of our summertime projects is going to be to strip all the paint off of that. We'll refinish it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it once I get it down to regular wood. I don't know what it's going to look like. But it needs some new wheels. The drawers are okay. Put this fake wood, self-adhesive plasticky crap on it. But that's going to live over here somewhere. Put some of this, stuff that's been floating around in there. And, just kind of make it a little more organized and usable for the next couple months until the bills for all this nonsense get paid down to absolutely nothing. Still got to pay the tree guy. He hasn't sent me a bill yet. They haven't ground the stump. He called me the other day. And I thought, oh God, he wants his money, but he hasn't sent me a bill. And he says, no, I didn't want you to think we forgot about you. I know we got to come and grind that stump. We've just been busier than hell and all that snow. We couldn't get over to do it. We'll try and get there this week or next, but it might not be till after the 1st. And I said, "No, you're good, man. I ain't in a hurry. Take all the time you need. It ain't going anywhere, and it's not in my way." He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. Would recommend. Here. Where did that all thread go? It's here somewhere. I gotta go get a saw and a blade, but it's in here somewhere. Oh, something else. So I gave the guy who bought the bass gig bag, or the bass. I threw in like cables, straps, strings, and all that stuff, just like part of the Christmas present kind of thing. And I went to look for another one of these profile bags because I love this gig bag. This is a damn good gig bag. Can't find them. There's not a US seller for these. It's all like Canada and Europe. And one of these for a bass, the 900 series, which this is, was like $90, which I used to think was a lot for a gig bag. And I still kind of do, but yeah, I don't have any of them. But there's like a soft hard case. It's like zippery like that, and it's got the canvas outside, and it zips instead of snaps, latches. Those are $100-something. And I always thought, well, if I'm going to spend the $100, I'm going to get one of those instead of a gig bag. But, you know, I've changed my mind. I'd much rather have a gig bag because I can throw it on my back, you know. Anyway. So, yeah, I found one for a bass. Profile 906 series. I said it was $100-something. Not a big deal. But because it had to come from Canada, there were the tariff, the duties on it to ship it across the border, it would have cost me like $300. So I don't even remember where I got that one. I think when I was still in business, one of my dealers, my suppliers, sold those, and I ordered a couple, and that was the one I had left. It's a great bag. Better than those crappy Gators. Gator bags suck. Anyway, that's my sad tale about that. So, yeah, I guess we can go put you over here. Speaking of bass playing, here in a good old hometown, the strings are way loose. We have a New Year's Eve thing. Like a big, everybody gets together and they drop a thing and countdown and all that stuff. And the band got hired to go and play at it. I've not wanted to ever since this thing came up, but we got it, so we're gonna go do it. But I'm just not looking forward to it. It's outside. We play from like 10:30 to 12. It's gonna be cold. I just turned 40. I don't need that. I don't want that. I want to be home in bed, you know, where it's nice. Not outside in the cold where it's not. And supposedly, you know, there's thousands of people that attend this thing. It is not physically possible for thousands of people. And like the first number I was told for the first year was like 15,000 people. It's not physically possible. That space is not big enough to hold 15,000 people. Physically, it is not possible. Who told you that, and why are they lying to you? Is it back there? Not back there. Anyway, guess we'll see how it goes. We've got a guitar player retiring, so we're kind of half looking for a guitar player. The founder, the remaining founder of the band is like, well, you're a better guitar player than the rest of us. How about we find a new bass player and you can play guitar? I said, man, I don't play guitar the way y'all play guitar here. I haven't for a long, long time. I think it's going to be easier to find a guitar player than a bass player. But the way I joined this band was, we need a bass player and a drummer. You do both. You want to be in the band? I said, sure. Why not? And he said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, we're still going to need a bass player if I play drums, and we're still going to need a drummer if I play bass. And I said, you go find somebody to do whatever you find somebody else to do, I'll do the other. So if you find a drummer, I'll play bass, vice versa. Found a drummer, he's a much better drummer than me. So I got stuck playing bass. And I love playing bass. Bass is a lot of fun. I've got, 5 of them, so I must not hate it that bad. But I don't want to switch over to guitar all that bad. I got to practice. Man, I've got a book somewhere, like one of those kind of things. Oh, I need to take those to the thrift shop, donate them. Yeah, but somewhere up in that stack somewhere, I've got like a classic rock, southern rock kind of thing, and I really need, if they want me to do it, I got to get out there and start practicing that stuff. So maybe today, in between doing all this other nonsense, floor's a little shaky. Maybe we'll work on that. Oh, this is not related to anything we're talking about. This has turned into a long video. My boss just bought a new house. Brand new house. Was built 18 months ago. Whatever it was. He bought it before he moved in because somebody made an offer to buy his old house. So he took it and he moved into this new house. And since day one, man, it has been problem after problem after problem. Their contractors cut a ton of corners. He's got tile breaking in one of his rooms. He's got bad windows. He's got this vinyl flooring that's separating. He's got floor that's buckling in front of his stove. He's got cabinets that are coming off the wall. And, so we're talking about it. And you guys saw how I did this. I'm an idiot. And I have built a better floor than this contractor and his crew have. And it's a conversation that I had with somebody else a while ago. When they found out I was doing this, well, who are you going to hire? I said, nobody. I'm not hiring anybody to do this. Well, why not? Aren't you worried that you'll screw it up? To which I said, I can screw it up just as well as any professional that would get hired to do the job, and I work a lot cheaper. Because I've seen some pretty crummy work from contractors that cost an awful lot of money. So, anyway, that's what I know about that. I'm going to keep looking for that. It was in here at one point, but there's not a lot of it. I don't think I threw it away. I hope I didn't. Maybe I did. And if I did, it probably got picked up because I haven't been out here for a week or two. Because your old pal Jason, he got sick, man. Was not doing great for a little while there. Bummer, man. I mean, not like all thread's expensive. I can just go buy a 1/4-inch bolt, cut the head off, and work just fine. I'll keep looking. Anyway, yes, that's it. Y'all have a good one. Hope you have a good Christmas, holiday season, Hanukkah, etc., etc. Whichever one you choose to do, I hope is all right, man. I will see you guys later. Take care.